Every single night, they come back. You didn't call them. You didn't ask. But without fail, your dog finds you, settles in right next to you, and falls asleep like there's nowhere else in the world they'd rather be. Most people think it's just habit, or warmth, or because you let them on the bed. But what if that simple moment happening every night is one of the most scientifically profound things your dog can do for you? And what if the reason behind it goes back 10,000 years? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never look at that sleeping dog the same way again. To understand why your dog sleeps with you, we have to go back, way back, before dog beds, before houses, before humans even had houses. Dogs are descended from wolves, and wolves are pack animals. In the wild, they don't sleep alone. They sleep piled together, bodies touching, warmth shared, ears still listening for danger even in the deepest sleep. Because here's what wolves understood that we sometimes forget. Sleep is the most vulnerable moment of any living creature's life. When you're asleep, you can't run. You can't fight. You can't protect yourself. So wolves chose very carefully who they slept next to. They only slept beside the ones they trusted completely, the ones they knew would protect them, the ones who felt like home. Now fast forward 10,000 years of domestication. Your dog's body has changed. Their size has changed. Even their face has changed. Those soft eyes and gentle expression were specifically evolved to communicate with humans. But that ancient instinct, it never left. When your dog chooses to sleep beside you every night, they are doing exactly what their ancestors did with the wolves they trusted most. They are telling you, without a single word, you are my pack, and I am safe with you. But here's something most people don't know. While your dog is sleeping next to you, something is happening between the two of you at a biological level that science only recently confirmed. And it's honestly a little mind-blowing. Scientists have been studying what actually happens between dogs and their owners during close contact. And what they found changes everything. When you are near your dog, your heartbeats begin to synchronize. Not metaphorically, literally, beat for beat. A 2024 study measuring heart rate variability in dogs and their owners found that the two physically co-modulate. Their bodies respond to each other emotionally and physiologically in real time. Think about what that means. While you sleep, your dog's heartbeat is quietly syncing with yours. Two completely different species. One rhythm. But it doesn't stop there. Being close to your dog also triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. The same chemical that fires between a mother and her newborn baby. The same one that makes you feel safe, loved, and completely at ease. Studies confirm that human-dog interaction increases oxytocin and decreases cortisol, the stress hormone, in both the dog and the owner at the same time. So while you think you're just sleeping, you and your dog are running a silent, nightly biological exchange. One that reduces each other's stress, deepens your bond, and genuinely makes both of you healthier. And research published in 2025 took this even further. Scientists studying the brain activity of sleeping dogs found something remarkable. When dogs sleep without their owners nearby, their sleep quality gets measurably worse. They enter fewer deep sleep cycles. Their brains are more restless. Their sleep is lighter and less restorative. But when they sleep close to their person, their brains calm down. Their sleep deepens. They rest better, simply because you are there. Your presence doesn't just comfort your dog. It physically changes the quality of their sleep. So your dog genuinely needs you to sleep well. But here's the question nobody asks. Is your dog also choosing where they sleep next to you for a specific reason? Because the spot your dog picks every night actually means something very different depending on where it is. Not all sleeping positions mean the same thing. And once you know what each one is really communicating, you will never see bedtime the same way again. Position 1. Sleeping at your feet. This is one of the oldest sleeping positions in the entire history of dogs and humans. In ancient times, dogs slept at the feet of humans as protectors, alert, positioned between their person and any approaching threat. When your dog sleeps at your feet today, it is not just about finding a comfortable spot. They are positioning themselves as your guardian, closest to the door, first line of defense. It means, I will protect you even while I sleep. Position 2. pressed against your back or side. This is maximum trust. In the wild, wolves sleep back to back so that every direction is covered at all times. When your dog presses against you in sleep, they are completing the circle. They are saying, "I've got your back." Literally. Position 3. Sleeping on your chest or stomach. This is the most emotionally vulnerable position a dog can take. They are placing themselves directly over your heartbeat. Research on canine attachment has compared the dog-owner relationship to the bond between an infant and their mother. This position, chest to chest, mirrors exactly how a newborn rests on a parent. It means one thing: you are the safest place I know. Position 4. Nearby but not touching. Do not misread this one. A dog who sleeps near you but not in direct contact is not being distant or indifferent. In pack behavior, this is called the protective perimeter. They are giving themselves space to react quickly if needed, while staying close enough to respond to you instantly. It means, I am watching over you, even in my sleep. Every position, every choice, every time they come back to you instead of sleeping alone, it all means something. But there is one more layer to this. And it is the one that hit me hardest when I first read the research. What does it mean for your dog emotionally, the nights you are not there? We have talked about what happens when your dog sleeps with you. Now let's talk about what happens when they can't. The 2025 polysomnography study, a full sleep study conducted on family dogs, found that dogs sleeping without their owners have measurably worse sleep architecture. Less deep sleep, more frequent awakenings, more restlessness throughout the entire night. But here is what really stays with me. The same research found that dogs with stronger attachment to their owners showed the biggest difference of all. The more they loved you, the worse they slept without you. Think about your dog right now. Every business trip, every late night you stayed out, every time you came home, and they acted like you had been gone for years, not hours. That was not drama. That was a nervous system that genuinely could not fully relax without you. Because you are not just their owner. To your dog, you are the safest thing that exists in their entire world. You are the reason their heartbeat slows, the reason their brain enters deep sleep, the reason they feel safe enough to be completely, totally vulnerable. And every night that they choose to come back, every night that they find you in the dark and settle in beside you, that is your dog's quiet, wordless way of saying something they could never say out loud. Being next to you is the best part of my day. That is what your dog feels. But here is what most owners never think about, and it is actually a question about you. What is sleeping next to your dog doing to your own brain and body? Because the science on this is genuinely surprising, and the answer might make you feel very differently about sharing your bed. For years, the standard advice was simple: do not sleep with your dog. It disrupts your sleep. But recent research is telling a much more complicated, and frankly more beautiful, story. Studies have found that sleeping near a dog promotes theta brainwaves during sleep. These are the brainwaves associated with REM sleep, the deepest, most restorative stage of the entire sleep cycle. In other words, your dog may actually be helping you sleep more deeply than you would without them. The oxytocin released during close contact with your dog also lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, before you even fall asleep. And lower cortisol at bedtime means faster sleep onset, deeper sleep cycles, and waking up genuinely feeling more restored. A separate study on animal-assisted activities found that people who spent time with dogs reported significantly fewer symptoms of depression. If simply being near a dog during the day can do that, imagine what 8 hours of that presence, right beside you, every single night, does over months and years. Research has found that nearly 50% of dog owners share their sleeping space with their pet. And those people are not making a mistake. They are participating in something that has existed between humans and dogs for 10,000 years. A mutual exchange of safety, of warmth, of trust. Two species, separated by everything, choosing each other, night after night, in the most vulnerable hours of their lives. The next time your dog walks into your bedroom tonight, when they circle that same spot, they always circle and settle in with that long, slow exhale. I want you to remember this. That is not just a dog being comfortable. That is an animal who has chosen you, out of every place and every person in their entire world, as the safest, most trusted thing they know. Their heartbeat will sync with yours tonight. Their brain will sleep more deeply because you are there. Their ancient instincts, older than every house, every bed, every soft blanket, are pointing them straight back to you. They cannot tell you any of this. They do not have the words. But every night, they find you in the dark. And that is the only thing they know how to say. If this changed how you see that sleeping dog tonight, leave a like. It genuinely helps more people find Petzen. And before you go, I want to know something. Where does your dog sleep? At your feet? Pressed right against you? Or somewhere nearby, always finding their way back? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and your dog's story might just become our next video. New video every week on Petzen. Subscribe so you never miss one. And tonight, when your dog settles in beside you, let them. They have earned it.